locked up. There was some funky stuff going on. I don't know how people live up here. We've just got to the job. Today, Lee is going to be doing the board change in the house. There's actually, they've got a main house and then they've got an annex. Another family member lives in the annex. So we thought, instead of doing both boards in one day, we're going to do the main house board just so they've got power, etc. And then tomorrow, I'll be doing the board change in there. With this job, every single basically fixture and fitting in the whole house. So things like all these downlights, they're all getting changed. All the sockets. It's quite a lot of work involved. If I find anything interesting, I'll show you along the way. As always, the best part, got cookies and Fanta. So this is quite cool actually. He's got a motorbike in there, he restored because he's quite into his motorbikes, but he actually wants it in there. So John's just replaced one of the lights, and he's just having another one on the other side. And then yeah, the reason is because he wants to actually put his motorbike in there and just for it to be able to lit up nicely. Morning guys, it's now day 2. I'm up, I've had a shower. I'm a bit of an early riser, so I've been up, already showered, etc. Yesterday there wasn't a great lot of stuff for me to film. It was mainly just changing like light sockets and switches, etc. And light sockets, that's early. Light switches and sockets. So yeah, there wasn't a great lot to film. But today, like I said, I'm doing a fuse board. Yeah, there should be a lot more for me to film and just show you guys of what we do today sort of thing. But yeah, last night we got back here. We ended up just chilling really, getting a pizza. It's quite fun, and we all had the, you know, the classic, you come in, die for your rooms. This is my room, by the way. That may look comfy. It's like sleeping on 2 bits of plywood with a sheet over you. It's the worst thing I've ever slept on since I've been born, I think. Because they're staying in Airbnb, so as soon as we opened the door, we said, oh, we should have a look at the rooms. I quickly claimed this, Lee claimed another one, and John and Reuben are staying in, I don't know, like kids' bedrooms basically, sleeping in cots. But I'll try and show you tonight. I'll show you tonight when we get back their room. I'm not going to go and wake John up because he's still sleeping. I'm just going to pop down a shop and get some lunch for today because I'm useless and unorganised and brought no food. But yeah, next thing I'll show you when we get to the job. Right, so we're literally 2 seconds away from the job. Reuben, we haven't seen or heard of him yet. 7:58. And he's he said, well, last time we spoke to him was about a week ago, and he said he'll meet us there. So I say we're just pulling up. It's the moment of truth. Do we think he's going to be here or not? No. Shock. Sorry, Reuben. Reuben, where are you, mate?
Get out of bed, mate.
Oh, he is! Oh, no, he's not. Where?
Is that his car?
No, that's a red one. He's got a black car.
Oh, he's not.
So they can just keep turning the camera around.
Oh, we're all in a row like that, and we were just all standing next to each other going, morning, guys. Morning, guys. Welcome back.
Oh, I can't work these out. They're too hard. Oh, it's on photo mode. Let me just take a photo of you. There you go, mate.
Right, so I think probably one of the boys have already mentioned this. I'm going to be doing the board change in this annex. This is the garage. We've just stored all the products and stuff we're using. I don't know how other people do it, but like, I've already took the board cover off and just wrote down what the original circuits were. So yeah, just write them down. I'm then going to take out the board and start taping them up and just number them 1 to 10. After that, I'll turn all the board off, take them out the breakers, and then just tape them up and tape them 1 to 10. Even the neutrals and the earth, tape them all together. It just makes it easy when you're mounting a new board to pull them through in place, sort of thing, and keeps all the cables together. Luckily it's got a nice little isolator here, so I've turned the power off here. Oh, cheers, Lee. So I've already took half the circuits out. You see I've labelled them all up individually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I'm just going to work my way through, take all these out, label them up, make sure they're all correctly identified, because I have done it before where you've got one left over and you're wondering what it does, and it takes a little bit of time sorting it out. But yeah, I'm also going to replace the tails as well for new flexi ones. But yeah, it's just a little update for you, and I'll show you when I've probably got the board off and them all labelled up. Yeah. So, sorry guys, I've had to turn the radio down so they're not happy. Disconnected them all from the terminals, etc. So now I'm just going to pull this board off and then replace the towels and yeah, start putting the new board on. So I'll show you next when I've got the towels through and the new board's mounted.
Hello, hello, hello. Showed up.
these lads over here. How you doing, Luke?
Alright, mate, not bad.
But John's just showed me around a little bit. He's set me up with this job. As you guys probably know, pretty much like all the accessories are getting changed in here. But John was like, I'm gonna give you the exciting job. So they gave me this exciting job of changing this. Because this is just an aerial cable, I'm gonna chase out this back box, change it to a double, and put a socket there, extend the ring, and then just bring one along to the end of that wall there. And then that's about it. So I'm just gonna 3 crimp here, go straight over to that one, and then back into this one. But yeah, it should be alright. I'll get the laser out, set up, and maybe set out a cheeky little time lapse. Hey yo, you know who it is. So the socket's marked out now. I've got my laser going across, bro.
Slaves making up for you. Don't stick it down the drain.
Oh, that's disgusting. They're arguing over a tea right now. It had skin on it, man. Also, rate the glasses. I've put the laser where I wouldn't do my chase across. I'm gonna chase that out and then just move the laser up a bit. So that it's about the size of the cap in that's gonna go in it. And then just chase it all out. Got the chisel bit, the drill. Just wait for the lads to get like ear pins and stuff like that. But should be alright. Let's do it. Okay, so the chases are all done. As you saw in the time lapse, I've put the boxes in. I've put some all-round band in as well, ready for the oval. Sticking the cables in for now, and then once they're through, I'll pull them through the conduit, and then jobs are good. And then I just got a 3 crimp from there to there, back to here, and easy claps. Let's get into it.
Let me read it to you.
Snap, it's recording. Why sad?
I said I'm replacing the tails and I've just took them out. There's a neutral. And the live, even though it was fully loosened, it wouldn't come out. And it wasn't very tight to begin with, so I actually think that, yeah, it wasn't actually tightened up properly in the first place, and it's caused it to arc a bit inside the isolator. So try and look at the bottom of the isolator, and it doesn't appear to be any damage, but we'll see. Once I might replace the isolator, we've got another one to put in there. So I'll have a look, but yeah. Quite a good job we found that, really. When I take this off, I'm going to take the new tails to it. There's quite a nice void in the wall because consuming it's about there. So I'm going to take the new ones to it, and hopefully it should be a nice, successful and easy pull through, but we shall see. Okay, so I've got the board on. Probably took a bit longer than it should have, but yeah, basically I've used the original knockouts, but I've extended them slightly because this is the EV charger that comes through on this side. And it goes straight out to the other side of the wall, so that can't really be moved. So basically I've just extended the knockouts from here onwards, and the same this side, because just had to move it along so I can get the tails through on this side. But yeah, they're all numbered up. Now it's just a process separating them and starting to put them into the breakers. I've got the tails in, and I'm just starting to put them in the breakers now. Oh, nearly fell off the ladder. A couple of them are slightly too short, so I'm gonna have to change the ordering on them. Because I'd like to not extend them if I don't have to, but if I do I will. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to swap the order around and bring the ones with the short legs on them and put them to this side, so obviously they can come where they come out of the hole and come straight into the breaker. But yeah, I'm slowly getting away. Seems a bit of a mess now, but obviously as you start putting away it gets less and less, and you can see the end in sight. Okay, so I've finally got the board all dressed in. I never know what to do. The RSBO fly leads, I never know. Sometimes I put them through the loops, but then as you get towards here you end up running out of length for them and they end up starting pulling. So I've sort of dressed them just behind the back. I mean, you can slightly see them, but it's not the end of the world. I wish the earths were a slight bit longer, just so I could bring them up along the top here, but they've just had to go the direct route. It's all done now. Got all the power on, apart from the socket circuits, because John's still working on them. Just got to do the RCD tests and the cert, etc. But yeah, quite happy with it. Not too much mess made, which is normally my biggest downfall. So it's time to jump on and help Lee, John and Reuben now do the rest of the annex.
Okay, so that is done. I had to take it off again, so I had to take this off, take the oval out, just because here it wasn't quite deep enough, so it would have been a super thin layer of filling. And on one part, I think it might have been this one, you see where there was a bit of filling left on it, just because it was overlapping the sides. But now there's a good kind of depth on it, so it'll be filled nice and tidy. Tidied here. I'll probably give it a wipe with some big wipes, especially in here, because dust just goes everywhere. It's going alright. Moving on to the next job. Oh, I hate this angle. Cut that, cut that, cut that. Job number 2. John has assigned me the job of changing, there's about 4 sockets in here, just to change for some new ones. And I'm just get started on those. Fairly simple. So I've done 3 out of the 4 sockets. Took this one off, not expecting too much because the spur here. You know the dealio with spurs, but they have absolutely shonked this up. So I've kind of already played about with it. You see how I've through crimped there. This sleeve here that's super short coming from the spur was just popped into here, well, in the old socket. And as soon as I pulled it off, it came out. Classic. As did about 3 other cables. Already bad news. Don't know what I'm looking at. Look at this. So this flex, this black flex coming in, neutral comes into here, live goes into the spur, but the flex coming out the spur back in is just, it's a 3-core, but the, I don't know if you can see that, neutral's been cut off. Yeah, it's a complete mess. Okay, we are back, and would you look at that? All in. I just thought I'd share this with you, something that John recommends to me, especially when there's more than one cable going into a socket. It's just, once you've tightened them up good, push them back into place, do it one-handed, into place, a bit of a wiggle, bring them back out, and you might get an extra tighten on them. So, I don't know if I can really show you this one-handed. But yeah, see that? It's getting a bit tighter now, just because they'll naturally kind of fall around the screw. Whereas when you push them into place and wiggle them about a bit, if they're going to loosen, then they'll loosen now, and then you can check if it's tight. And then often you'll get an extra like quarter turn or something like that. But just make sure that the next person who comes along finds that it is a full ring, and even if it is a full ring, when they take it off, it won't slip out. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that tip with you and let you know that it's actually gone better than I thought it would. I took one of the earths, instead of trying to struggle to fit it into here, because these are twisted together, this is quite chunky. I actually stuck this one here into the back box terminal, just because it's quite a big terminal, and it's just those 2 little flexes and this one coming from the socket. So I just thought that was the easy option. This switch needs replacing as well. I'm hoping this is fairly simple. It is 2-way, but I'll just take whoops, we're in darkness. I'll just take a picture of it and then make sure that I got it right, but it should be straightforward. So the switch is off the wall, as you can see, circuit is isolated, and I just thought I'd run you through what I used to think was switching and what I think now. So with this is just standard 2-way, nothing special. I think the key with switching is not overthinking it. So like with this, I'd be like, oh yeah, black is L1 and then grey is L2 and I must remember that or whatever. No, it's not that difficult, just remember common. If common is brown, it doesn't matter which way these are. In fact, if they're opposite, it's better, because your 2 switches will never be like opposite, they'll always be the same way. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, as long as your common is the same, and these are in L1 and L2. Obviously, earth in the back box. But yeah, I think this is the only well-terminated thing in this house that I've seen. So, well done guys. Okay, so me and Luke have just been doing a bit of a dance with this light switch. So I changed it over, this is the old one again. I changed it over to this MK one, and then there was some funky stuff going on. Basically, that one, once that was turned on, I could use this as if it was a normal light switch, and I could use that one as a normal light switch, but as soon as I turn this one off, it means that
that wouldn't work, and vice versa. I was like, okay, that's a bit odd. Maybe it does matter which L1 and L2 goes into, but that doesn't really make sense to me. So I changed it anyway, and it was the same thing. So I was well confused, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's just a dodgy light switch, and that's what it was, because this, as you can see, it's working now. So it's a dodgy monthly switch.
Yes, right, close.
Close it.
John's in there as well. Look at him in there. Trapped like a little old doggo.
Being that it's lovely weather, well, not lovely, but it's fairly decent, because we've had rain for the last 3 days. I thought I'd make my best effort to try and get all the outside lights done. I've come around the side of the house to replace 1, 2, there's another one there, another spotlight up there, but I might tackle that tomorrow. Another one there, and there's another one further around the corner. They've gone for these Philips Hues. Can't go wrong with these. I've seen them before. I actually wanted them for my house personally. I suppose that's the best thing about being an electrician, is you get to trial the lights and fit them before you buy them, so you know which ones are good and which ones aren't. I'll get on cracking, changing those, and show you the after.
Oh, she's a coming.
Yay! Hello. Personal opinion. It's up, it's fitted, and it does look very nice. But I just don't understand. This is a quite big light fitting compared to others. But why do they make the terminations in the back of them so hard? They give you a space that big by that big to fit the cables in. I don't quite get it, but like I say, it's just my personal opinion. Probably means absolutely nothing, but just my thought. Come on, let me do it.
Angry face, John.
So as you see, this behind the scenes of making thumbnails, this is the what we have to endure and go through.
Angry face.
Angry face. So that's pretty much the end of day 3. You can see the sun's going down now. Got both these up. One's around the front, and this morning I didn't really film much, but in the kitchen we did all the spotlights. Got quite a lot done again. Quite happy with. We've almost done the ground level in the house. We've decided to work our way through the levels to the ground, and level 1, level 2. There's 3 levels. I'm going to focus again in the morning, I think, try and get the rest of those outside lights up. Hopefully the weather will stay dry. This is the annex I was talking about. So Lee did all these yesterdays. Just got to swap another smart fits here, another one there. There's 2 on the back, and then there's another 4 around the back of this house. So yeah, we're going to crack on first thing in the morning, do that. This is our house. I'm going to run through it as quick as I can. It's on 3 stories, okay? Okay, this is John's room. Messy. Look at it. Absolutely messy. Tiny bed. There's his cot. I'll run round. Reuben, he's just left. His room, pretty much identical to John's. Left is rubbish. Lee's room, very clean. Got the biggest room. 2 double beds. My room, 7 out of 10. Horrible sleep on that. Like I said, bit of plywood with a sheet thrown over it. Not the best view. It's kind of messy. Here's the toilet. The toilet, if you haven't noticed, so the toilet runs round. This is my bedroom. It runs around it, so I'm basically in the centre of it. Here's the bathroom. Average, not too bad. Here's the front room. Looks like a student squatter's den. Sofas, like sitting on cardboard. 5 out of 10. Oh yeah, here's a TV, but it doesn't actually have any TV channels. It does nothing. Fuse board, rubbish. Got no CPC on the lighting circuit. I know you shut me in. Let me in. Hey, look, I've done Sonia. let me in. Here's our kitchen diner. There's John, Lee. Here's the kitchen. Best part about it, you have to do a long jump to the toilet because water seeps through.
So no. And then here's the toilet, and like I say, 4 guys in one shower, not at the same time, but it gets pretty messy. Yeah, hope you like the tour. So just done a house tour, and Lee just said to start recording because he's found a nice little fault. So let's go and see what it is. It's not a CBC in the fuse board, is it?
No. Look at that connector block.
Oh wow. Nice.
Drippy.
Drip, drip.
And then John was saying, oh yeah, the old cardboard labelling.
Circuits, yes, very nice.
The old no CPC Sharpie. And then, yeah, John was saying that's TNS head, and then someone's PME'd it. So, yeah.
Where's that solid? It's not even a cable, is it, coming off the head, is it? It's plastic like tube in it. Is that
No,
cable?
that's tails. Took tails up.
Yeah.
That's the neutral, and then they've just PME'd it and took an earth off of it.
Nice.
But it's still a TNS.
Very nice.
But yeah, see that little drippy.
Right, morning guys, it's Friday now. Today we're just gonna finish off and button up a few things. Obviously, we've got an awful lot of rubbish to take back to wholesalers. Mainly a day of just finishing up, ready for the weekend and back Monday morning. Okay, JCC have kindly sent us a few of their lights to try. So I thought, before I spoke about it, I'd actually fit one first, which I've fitted now to a couple upstairs. So I've got to grips with them. But yeah, I'll show you inside. It's a new bulkhead. Like I say, well, they say it's 2.5 times faster to install. So we'll just open it up and show you inside. Okay, inside it comes in 3 sections. You've got the main outer trim, which goes over the top. You've got the diffuser of the light, and then you've got the actual main unit. And I've took this one apart already. But one of the good things with this, you don't need any tools required to take it apart. So it's got 4 little tabs, which here, if you just push them all, it will open and release this main base, which here the main part of it is. But not only that, it's totally removable and detachable. So even the connector block, which sits in there, you can take apart. So like I say, once it's taken apart, it's very easy to install. And the good thing is as well, it comes with rear cable entry, and it comes with an IP65 silicone gland to fit in the back to make it watertight. Also, on all 4 corners of it, it's got a hole, pre-made sort of holes to cut out for 20mm stuffing glands, or conduits as well, to run it into the sides. Around here, it's got seamless lighting all the way around, which is radio LED technology. So it just lights it all evenly and distributes it nicely. So I say, once you've fitted that base, you can easily terminate it, click it back on there, put that together, push fit it together, then place the top on, and then trim over the top. So I say, it's very quick and easy to use, and yeah, I'd highly recommend it myself. Morning again. I just remembered I haven't actually filmed anything yet since I've been here. It's Monday morning. Lee and John, they come up late last night, but I had a family dinner which I went to, so I come up first thing this morning, so that means I woke up at 4:30 this morning, left my house around 5, 5:15 to get here for 8. Yeah, it's freezing this morning. It's the first morning it's gone below 0, so my screen's all frozen up. I've just been upstairs. Lee and John, they're doing some downlights in the master bedroom and bathroom, and they wanted a socket brought through from the other side, so I just spurred off a socket in the bedroom on the other side of the wall and just brought a socket through. But I didn't film that because it's not really it's not very interesting. But I'm back at the annex today. I've got this light to replace, another one there to replace. I've got 2 on the back wall to replace. They also want 2 more lights added on this wall on the outside. Just going to try and get as much as I can done today. It'd be nice if I can finish it all in this annex and that's done. But I'll show you some progress. I don't know how people live up here. Anything north of Essex, it just seems to rain all the time. But yeah, it's on installed. I have to say, this is probably my most preferred outside socket that we install. It's got like a rubber gasket all round, which you've put on first, and this fits on top, and it just feels like really good quality. Hopefully the weather will stop raining just so I can get outside and get all these outside lights done, because once they're all done, that's it, it's ticked off. The heavens are opened again and it's been pouring it down rain. So I've come inside and done a few little jobs. just replacing some switches. We was waiting for some intermediate switches to arrive, so we've done those. And then from here I've got a nice lamp going here, so they wanted a socket there, so here we just went back to back. There's a socket there just behind that little drawer. Just went back to back and brought it through there. Football's playing, lovely, World Cup, 6-1. Also they wanted a socket on this wall, which luckily there's no one there. So yeah, just gone back to back, and now there's only a few more things left on this floor. It's just changing this. I think Lee or John might have recorded him changing one in the master bedroom. But I'm just going to do this one, and then yeah, it's nearly it. Apart from downlights in each room, that's pretty much this floor done. So yeah, going well.
So we sent these JCC, what are they called, Sky packs. I actually haven't installed them. I'm just going to check Reuben's work as part of his apprenticeship. So they're quick release. They've got these two little buttons here that let them come down really easy. They also got the gear tray hangs down quite nicely inside it. If you come a bit closer, you've got two push fit terminals here, so you can loop in and out. So it's really easy. They've got end conduit entry, and they've got a few rear entries as well, so it can be catered to fit whatever need you've come across. As you slide that camera along, you can see here, unfortunately, my apprentice hasn't put a grommet in here. Now, I know it's a double insulated cable and it's not the end of the world, but we like to do things properly here at Artisan, so I'm a bit disappointed. We'll correct that, but the fitting does seem really good, and it's nice and easy to take down, because a lot of them are really fiddly and they end up falling down on you. So yeah, they seem quite good.
So I'm going to be completely honest, I mucked up. Basically, I took the base off here, and I thought, I didn't properly look at the light. I thought, it's a swivel, sort of, so you put the base on and just swivel it round and get it to the point you want. But these are put down horizontal, and it should be going vertical. At the moment, it will sit like that. I say it's not a problem, 2-second fix, but just being honest and showing I do make mistakes, and I'll happily admit to them. Oh well, back off it comes. It's Tuesday. Jordan's just, well, he's turned up this morning, and he's actually giving us a hand because he's here doing a solar quote, but he's actually helping us get a few of the jobs done because we should be done here by Thursday, so we've got 2 days left. Lee and John, they're going to go around and first fix it all, so they're going to mark it out, cut the holes for the downlights, and then I'm just going to go around and second fix it. So I've got 6 in here, and then these access holes in between each one.
Throughout the house we're fitting these JCC fire guards. We've not actually fitted them before. I think they're a new model. You can see that they've got a 20mm recessed bezel, and we'll just take that off. So this bezel is a slim profile, and it comes in a matte white or a matte black. We're fitting the matte white throughout, and it looks really smart on the ceilings. Just sets the lamp back from the ceiling, just gives a really nice shine of light, looks really smart. These cans, they come in a standard or an XL. The standard can will fit a 74mm cutout, and the XL can will fit an 85mm cutout. So you've got options depending if you're retrofitting into holes that are already cut. Really nice to use, just like the normal JCCs. You've got your little connector here, push fit terminals, clips closed. Your cans obviously fire rated. These bezels as well. This is an IP21, so as you see it's got nothing in it, but you can get this in an IP65 as well, so it'll have like the glass front just for all your bathrooms and things.
Okay, the best part of today, maybe not for John, but he just went full send into this curve in the wall. And then he was like, oh yeah, nah, I just ate that wall.
Mate, look at it, I don't know.
Just put it, wait, let's get the, look at that, he didn't see it.
Hell, it's right there, I tried to put a hole in it.
Because it's all white, isn't it? And you don't see colour, do you?
Colour, mate. I don't see colour.
He doesn't see colour.
What a legend. Room? Don't know.
Morning, it's, it could potentially be the last day, so we hope it is. Feels like it's dragged on a bit now. A lot of work being done, but as normal it's raining. Glad we've got these black larder coats because we're pretty screwed without because it's rather miserable. So I'm just going to quickly take off
that light and that switch. Then we'll use the existing hole where the cable come through to use that as the height for the second one.
Okay, so just a quick little, oh, why did I start everything? Just a quick little update.
We've ripped down the old trunking. This is the new trunking we've put up. So there's a drop there for the outside light, there's a drop there, we'll put another one there now, we've decided, because he had another one. So yeah, we'll drop down there for the outside light, and then the PIRs go in there. Lee's just made a hole there. This one, and this one will all be on the photo cell. And then from there we'll take a permanent feed over to the PIR floodlight, and that's just so he can see his bins when it's dark outside.
It's a good job ticked off the list, and it's just all the little naggly bits. But I'll show you once it's completed.
The sun's actually made an appearance. So there's the photo cell, which controls 1, 2 and 3 Phillips hues. There's the PIR floodlight which we installed.
Okay, so the customer's kindly lent me his phone. I'm going to show you the cool features with these Phillips hues. This is the rear of the property. So like I say, these are all the lights here. So you can actually turn them off individually. So like there, that one on the edge. So if I click that one, it'll turn on off. This one, that one's over there. And this is the feature I like the most. So if I go on colour, so if you just click your thumb on it and drag it, they all change colour. Which I think is quite cool. I know it's a gimmick, but also in the settings as well, it's got things like gradually wake you up. These are different settings and customizations you have. So when you go to sleep, lights slowly dim. Coming home, so you can set the lights so they automatically, when you're near your house, they come on, or as you're leaving home, they can all go off, sort of thing. So there's quite a few little things you can do on the app. It's quite good. It's quite easy to use as well. Good little app, good lights, and the customer's really happy with them. Thanks for JCC for sponsoring this video. Like I say, it's mine, Lee and John's and Reuben's first time all working together. It's been really good, and I hope it happens more often. But yeah, it's finally time to go home. Hope you enjoyed the video so far. But yeah, it's time to go home, see our family, see our kids, and have a nice weekend.